the asylum with Harley Quinn. Turn Two-Face to black and blue face. I 100% am not Bruce Wayne.
Everything is awesome with the Lego Batman movie. Well, not everything, but a lot of it.
Yeah, I'd say 99.99% of it was amazing. There were a couple missed opportunities, we think, when it comes to certain voice actors and certain characters that show up in the movie.
And references.
Yeah, but that's the big thing about the Lego Batman movie is the references.
Yes, I always love how Lego does their references in any of the movies that they do, whether it be on TV or on the big screen like this. Like with the Lego movie itself, I love the little references that they added in there, and I thought they did a perfect job with this movie too, because I think that even though it is a cartoon movie, a good like cartoon family movie is great when everybody in the family can understand or have a little fun out of it, especially with references that the kids might not necessarily get, but the adults will.
No, I wasn't.
Sir, I've seen you go through similar phases in 2016 and 2012 and 2008 and 2005 and 1997 and 1995 and 1992 and 1989 and that weird one in 1966.
And the adults and the kids alike were just laughing like crazy throughout this movie from the very first moment that it started.
Yeah.
Till the very end. Now granted, there's no stinger at the end of the credits, so you could say if you want, otherwise you may dip out before the credits are over. Other than that though, the Lego Batman movie, like you said, does harness the references that the Lego movie also had. Now one thing that we knew they were going to kind of do with this movie was kind of displace it from the Lego movie and go on its own. It's kind of like a one-off in the world of Batman versus the Lego movie. Right. But they do carry over some of the elements from the Lego movie. Not many, but they do carry some of the elements from that first movie.
Right, especially the fact that he is a master builder, and he does talk about being a master builder.
Initialize master builder.
Got it. Here you go, Father.
I need an elbow. I need a macaroni. Yes, we did it. Pretty cool, huh?
Why did you build this thing with only one seat?
Because last I checked, I only had one butt.
Yeah, I thought that Will Arnett, who does the voice of Batman in the movie, he was good. I thought he did well. I mean, he did really good with it in the Lego movie, and then to bring it full on in this movie.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Just laying down some dope tracks here and didn't see you there.
I thought it did very well.
Especially as the anchor, because in the Lego movie you had other actors in there, other characters in there that kind of held their piece of the pie as the movie progressed, and in this one he was centric.
Yes, now granted there was a couple times in the movie that it was like kind of slow, like too long of a bit, that I was like, you didn't really need that bit in there.
But they kind of carry it out, and it usually does have a pretty good payoff in the end. So, it's funny because there are a huge slew of stars in this movie, as there was in the Lego movie as well. And the cool thing is, a lot of them you will know right off the bat the second you hear them, and other ones you sit there during the credits to say, who is this person, who is that? And it's funny because I knew Michael Cera was Robin, I knew Will Arnett was Batman. It wasn't until halfway through the movie that I realized that it was Job and George Michael together in the movie, because I just heard them talking and then it clicked, Hermano. It was fun to hear them together again, kind of in the same style of comedy that was there in Arrested Development and those shows like that.
George Michael Bluth is a cool guy. The girls like him just fine. Young and old, it doesn't matter. In the dark.
Yeah, there are certain things in this movie that I'm super excited that they added in there, because now it makes me think that, they could bring it to their video game franchise, which is the Lego Dimensions that they've started. And as you can see, we love collecting all of the Lego. We have more, obviously, but there is some characters in this movie that I'm like, oh my god, if they're in this movie, does that mean that we can get them as a playable character in Lego Dimensions? Which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah, the whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm just, thinking about when the add-on comes out for the Lego Batman movie, and how I get to play this level, and this level, and this level, and that'll be fun to go through, not only in the movie sense, but I knew there would be a heck of a lot more with it, Lego Dimensions kind of being hand in hand with the movies. Now, though, one of the things that does kind of throw you off, we talked about how the Lego Batman movie was supposed to be kind of a one-off, its own Batman universe, and they do an amazing job at that, especially with the reference to old school Batman. But then halfway through the movie, it does kind of change course, and it becomes more like a commercial for Lego Dimensions, in my opinion.
You're right, it does, like with all the characters that they kind of introduce a little bit, it does kind of, it did feel like if I was watching like a cutscene from Lego Dimensions, which is not a bad thing for us because we love watching, or we love playing Lego Dimensions anyways, but
it might throw
fun.
some people off.
Yeah, and I thought it was fun and interesting, and I always love crossovers between different franchise. I mean, granted, they're all for different franchises in this world of Batman, and it's kind of cool to see him fight against certain people and
that's the thing is, it's like Warner Brothers and Universal really kind of come together to show you, hey, we are in this universe together. Even though it is supposed to be a Batman story, it does change for the second half of the movie. Still good, really enjoyed it, but again, if you're not expecting that kind of a change, you might get thrown off by it, or you'll love it if you haven't seen it already in the Lego Dimensions universe.
I really liked the music that they used for the movie. It almost felt very Hans Zimmer-ish, which is great because it kind of reminded me of The Dark Knight and Batman Begins and all of those Batman movies, plus some of the Man of Steel music as well.
And it also does have some throwbacks to old school Danny Elfman and John Williams in there for that universe of DC. But the cool thing is one of the main themes also very much similar to Tom Holkenberg's Junkie XL's
Brother in Arms from Mad Max.
If you know the song, you know how it goes.
Yeah, there was definitely a tone in there that sounded like that song.
It's the best song off the Mad Max album for sure.
Yeah, and it definitely sounded good in this movie too. This movie was actually pretty action packed for a Lego movie too, and
especially the sound effects for almost every weapon fired.
So great.
It's fun the entire time.
If you know like the Family Guy Star Wars and you know the part where he's going pa-choo, pa-choo, gotcha, it's basically kind of like that, which is awesome.
But it's a lot of fun. Again, there's a lot of throwbacks to everything from old school Batman all the way up to the newest forms of Batman, Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series. I mean, everybody is included. It almost felt like a canon story. Granted, they were all different scenarios that happened in those stories, but it felt like it continued off right from up until Batman vs. Superman, where we kind of get, with a little bit of changes to the story, a evolved form of what we've been told already, which was awesome. One thing for me that kind of irked me a bit was the Joker's voice, Zach Galifianakis. I just wish he was a little bit more wild and jokery.
Yeah, me too. And Harley Quinn's voice.
Yeah, Jenny Slate didn't really go for it with Jenny Slate. Like, she has a specific style of voice, but she didn't incorporate any of that Harley style.
Yeah, I really wanted to have Harley Quinn have like that Brooklyn accent that she normally has from the Lego everything else, like the anime series. I kind of almost wish that they brought Tara Strong as the voice of Harley Quinn.
But I understand Jenny Slate, she's hot right now. She's in a lot of VO work right now for a lot of movies. So it makes sense that they would bring her in. I just wish there was a little bit more, I guess, comic booky style of VO from the Joker and Harley Quinn versus just kind of a straightforward voice. But other than that, I still really enjoyed it. So, scores.
I think I would probably give it a 4 out of 5 because of the long drawn out bits that they did that I felt like, no, they didn't really need to do that. And then of course the voices. I kind of wish that some of the voices there were some missed opportunities and I was kind of like, but you have him right there.
He's already already the voice of another character. Why not bring him in?
Exactly. And
But it was still cool that it sounded a lot like this other character, and you'll know when you see it.
Yeah.
Me, I was so happy. I love Doug Benson, and Doug Benson plays a certain character in this movie, and if you know Doug Benson and his work, you'll know which character it is when you see it. But other than that, I would have to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I do plan on seeing it again, and I'm gonna really enjoy playing the Lego Batman game
for Lego Dimensions
expansion
that comes
pack,
out next week when the movie comes out.
Really excited, more so for that now that we've seen the movie. But thank you guys. We always appreciate it, watching us, hearing us talk about what we love.
Yes, and let us know if you're excited to go see this movie, if you're not feeling up to seeing this movie, or you'll wait for Redbox or when you can watch it later on TV, on our social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram.
Yeah, we got to see it early, which was really exciting. It doesn't come out for a little while,
Yep.
so getting there early, watching it at a pre-screening, those are always fun. But until next time, now it's time to say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Clean slate, it wipes your record clean. Clean as a clean slate.
Shut up about the clean slate, just go!
Clean slate.